Hello everyone, my name is Muntasir Qutb and I'm going to be showing you a demo of Assignment 1 for SE452, the Best Deal Electronics website. I'm going to first walk you through my code, show you a little bit of the structure, and then I'm going to share a few things inside the code that kind of highlight the main parts, and then I'm going to compile my code and then walk you through the web application. So I'm here in Visual Studio Code. It's just a simple code editor, and I have my code structure here on the left. There's the BestDeal servlet, and there are some images that I have for the various category of items. We have accessories, laptops, site is for the main site. We have smartphones, tablets, and televisions, and I can actually expand this and view the different photos of items that I have here. So for example, television, I have my first television here, my second here, and my third, and so on. And I can do the same for my smartphones, which is really cool about this Visual Studio Editor. Anyways, we have our startup class here. The startup class calls a method init. It actually extends the HTTP servlet and it populates the hash map, and that stores all of the products that are in our product catalog, which I'll show you in just a minute. Next is my home.java class. This is the class that invokes the doGet method once the website is requested. And all this does is call instantiate a utilities instance, and it prints the HTML, and we provide it the header, left, navigation bar, content, and the footer, and then sends the response back to the browser. Next is the web XML. This is to define the servlets that we have for this app. I have here the initial load on startup is the startup servlet and the class that I just showed you, and then the servlet class for home and the name, and then for home as well with the /home in it. So this is when the application, or when the website is requested by the browser, it hits the server, and the server is able to handle and route the request to the appropriate controller, if you will. Next is the product catalog. We have 4 different categories of products. We got smartphones, laptops, tablets, and televisions. And here in this nicely formatted XML, I have a number of products defined. Some are smartphones. There's about 5 products that are defined for every category. We have different property. We have a certain set of properties for each product. There's the name, the price, the image, manufacturer, condition, discount, manufacturer rebate, and accessories that you can define. And this goes on, and it defines 5 somewhat arbitrary products that I found on the internet and was able to find some information about. So here we have our laptops, and we just went over our tablets, and then we got the televisions. Next thing I want to show you is the utilities class. There was, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm developing on a Mac. There was some small caveat that I had to get down and debug here with the way that we were reading and writing to files. So apparently Unix-based operating systems have / in their paths, and the Windows-based file paths have /, and they are escaped, as you see here. So I have this really simple thing here where I go and get the OS name from the system property on the JVM, comes back, and I check if it's Mac, then I set it appropriately, otherwise it stays to be the normal one. I'm not sure how this will run on Linux, but I've tested it on Mac and it works. I want to show you a little bit of the code structure here. We have the web INF folder, and then inside it are our classes. So we have an account class, cart class, checkout, home, laptop, laptop list, login to handle our logins, log out, order item, order payment, the orders hash map, stores all the orders, payments, registration, a data store parser for our XML that I just showed you in the product catalog.xml, smartphone for our smartphone category, the startup, showed you that class, tablet, tablet list, television, television list, user, utilities class, and a view order class. And then here below that we have some of our static HTML. We got 4 of them for our different categories of our website, which is the content, that's the middle, the footer, the bottom, the header, the top, and the left navigation bar for the left, which you will see soon. This here is a payment details. That's written by the program. The utilities class will store the payment details. And then this is a style CSS for styling our web app. And then the user details is also generated and read in by the user. So this application is not compiled yet. As you can see here under classes, there's no .class file. I'm going to go ahead and compile that for you right now. So I'm going to switch desktops, and I have 3 different console windows opened here. My Apache server is actually already running. I've stopped it temporarily, so I'm going to quickly just compile the entire directory. Anything that has .java will be compiled. And that should take a second or two. There we go. And then I'm going to start the server, and we're going to see a bunch of data pop up on the bottom over here. And if we scroll up just a little bit, we will see that our web application actually deployed, and it is right here. So deploying is a little logging statement. Deploying web application directory users, Montasir Qutb, documents, Apache Tomcat 7034, web apps, BestDeal servlet. And that's my application, and now it's deployed, so the server knows about it and it has stood it up so I can reach it. And I'm actually, this is not indicated, actually it is indicated here. My port is actually 8080 because I'm on Mac, and there's some services that are using Mac to port 80 on the Mac that are native to the operating system, and they're quite difficult to shut off. So anyways, I have to deal with that, so I changed the port to 8080, not a big deal, just show you how that's accessed on the internet browser. So we're going to go in and access our BestDeal servlet, and if you see here, our URL is localhost, and then we provide the port 8080 that I just talked about, and we can click enter, and we are here. This is the BestDeal Electronics website. You land on the page and you have the content area. It welcomes you to the BestDeal Electronics website, gives you some information right on the boot, right off the bat of what this is: TVs, laptops, tablets, and more. And there's a few pictures down here kind of showing what there is to offer. And then we have some slogans and some propaganda. The world trusts us to provide the best types of electronics at ridiculously competitive prices. We price match all our competitors online, 100% guaranteed. And then on the left here, we have our left navigation bar that I showed you in the code structure. We got our 4 categories: smartphones, tablets, laptops, and televisions. And we have it abbreviated here as TVs, just in case you don't know what a television is and you know what a TV is. You'd be surprised. Then we have our little search feature up on top. It says type here coming soon. That's just some hint text. The search feature does not work yet. It's in the works. Next sprint it'll come. Then on the top we also have a navigation bar. We got home and our 4 different categories. We also got a little slogan here as well. We also got this really fancy logo that I defined. It's called BestDeal Electronics, and there's some really cool laptop or monitor and phone and tablet there, and we can go back. And on the bottom, on the top right here, we have our view order, our login, and our cart is empty now, and we're not logged in. So we're going to show you that in a minute. If we scroll down, we'll see our best sellers, and this is something that I've chosen to select which products show up here. and we have just a few products, a TV, a tablet, and a laptop, and you can go ahead and buy it. You can also review the item. However, that feature is not rolled out yet. It's coming soon as indicated. And then if we scroll down, we have our footer down here, and our footer has just a little bit of a disclaimer here. Prices and offers are subject to change as we bring you competitive offers. And then we have the good old copyright 2017 Best Deal Electronics Retailer, our company name, and of course, all rights are reserved. So let's start navigating you through this website. We're going to go check out our smartphones first. So we click on smartphones, and our 5 items that we've defined in our product catalog.xml have been read in when the web app actually started on that init call. So we have our 5 items, and we got a Samsung, an Apple, another Samsung, and 2 Nokia phones. Who wants to buy Windows? Anyways, so we'll go there, and then we'll go to our tablets, and we have 5 tablets. Got a Samsung, a Surface, 2 Apples, and another Surface. And their prices are indicated, and there's a review option, and there's a view reviews. Those, as indicated, are not yet implemented, and they're coming soon. Laptops. We have our 5 laptops that have been defined. They have different types that we've defined. We got Lenovo's, Apple's, Dell, and Dell's. And then last but not least, our televisions. Over here, we got our Sony, our Samsungs, and our LG. This one actually, if you remember, was part of the best selling on the front page of the website. If you notice here on the navigation bar, we still have all these categories, but we're able to dig deeper and actually specify what brand we want to look at. So if I want to just look at smartphones that are Apple branded, I can click on Apple, and I get only the items that are Apple. If I want Samsung Android, get that, or Windows. Who wants to buy Windows phones? You can find them here. Meh, no one's gonna buy any of these. They're cheap anyways. All right, and then we got our tablets. We can do the same exact thing. We got Microsoft, Apple, and Samsung. Same thing for our laptops. We got our Lenovo, our Apple, yay, go Apple, and then Dell laptops. And then as well, we have our TVs. All right, so now I'm actually gonna go and add a item to the cart. So I like Apple, so I'm going to heavily prefer the items that I buy to be Apple. So I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna add this Apple iPhone 6 64GB factory unlocked GSM 4G LTE smartphone. It's white, 315 bucks. It's unlocked. I travel a lot, so I'm really gonna need it. So I'm gonna click buy now, and it's gonna show me that I need to log in to add items to the cart. I'm going to log in. And I've successfully logged in with my username and password, which I've created before. And the website welcomes me saying, "Hello, Montasser," and it tells me I can view my orders, I can look at my account, and I can log out, and so on. So I'm going to go back here and choose my smartphone, and I'm going to click buy now, and it's been added to my cart, and you can see it here. And then I'm going to go to the tablets, and I'm going to add an Apple 8-inch iPad mini with Retina display for $250. So as you see, that's been added to the cart, and I'm going to add another Apple iPad Pro, which is even better, to my cart because I'm really feeling Apple today. And then I'm going to go look at the laptops, and of course I'm going to pick up the Apple MacBook Pro 15-inch laptop, 2.2 gigahertz Intel Core i7 processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's pretty expensive, but hey, what the heck, it's quality. So I've added these items to my cart, and I'm going to go and check out. So it gives me a breakdown of all of my items, it tells me my name, the products purchased, the prices, and everything, and the total. And then I'm going to give my credit card number here. This is just some arbitrary credit number. And then I'm going to give my address, 231 West Main Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60604, another arbitrary address. And I'm going to click submit. I click submit and it tells me my order is stored, gives me an order number and estimated delivery date. The estimated delivery date is 2 weeks from the date of the order, and it may possibly come in before that, or I can cancel the order if I've changed my mind or if I find out that I don't have enough money to actually purchase the items that I just added to the cart and checked out with. Okay, so I'm going to remember that my order number is 1. And let's say I come back after a week and I want to see what I ordered, and I can't really remember, but I have the order number 1. I'm going to go to View Orders, assuming that I've already logged in. I can enter my order number and click View, and I get a really nice listing of the items that I ordered as part of Order 1. It tells me that I ordered them, which gives me a sense of relief, and it gives me the products that I ordered and their prices and their estimated delivery dates. Well, let's say that I don't really need 2 iPads and I want to just get rid of it. I'll get rid of the mini. Who cares about minis? Bigger the better. So I'll select the item and I'll actually be able to cancel the item from the order. So I do that and it tells me the item selected has been canceled from the order and details are shown below. Order ID, the item, and the price. So I just saved 250 bucks. I'll go back to the order and I'll type in the order and you'll see that it's no longer part of the order. And I'll show you the other navigation items here on the second header. There's the account. The account gives me some order information, some user information. My username is Montasser, my user type is customer, and my user ID is 0. I can take a look at my cart at any time. My cart right now is empty. Let's say I go and I add something to it. Let's do the air. You can notice here that my cart here says that there's 1 item. Let's go back and navigate around. Let's see if we need anything else, and we decide we don't need anything. We can go back to our cart. It's saved in the session and all my items are there. For now though, I only have 1 item. And I can check out just like I showed you before. So that brings me to a conclusion. I have showed you the main elements of this web application. It is still a work in progress. There's a lot to do, and we're going to make it really great. So I'm going to log out right now, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.